Apporting. An apport is the transference of a physical thing from one physical location to another by its disappearance from one spot and reappearance at another. Some apports simply appear at a location and their provenance is unknown. As a concept, it has been taken up in a major way by science fiction writers, games and filmmakers, and given different names. But the idea comes from historical evidence of it happening. In the fictional series Star Trek, we all became familiar with this concept through the series' use of an apporting machine called a transporter. According to Wikipedia, the existence of this fictional apporting machine has resulted in the renaming of the process itself. Wikipedia. Transporters allow for teleportation by converting a person or object into an energy pattern, a process called dematerialization. Then send, beam it to a target location, or else return it to the transporter, where it is reconverted into matter, rematerialization. So now teleportation has substituted for apporting. In the Harry Potter books, the process is called apparition and disapparition. Apparition is a magical form of teleportation, through which a witch or wizard can disappear, disapparate, from one location and reappear, apparate, in another. So fiction has taken up the idea of apporting with some enthusiasm. Rather obscuring the fact that there is a good deal of evidence. Good evidence that is accumulated for apporting. The case histories. Most, in fact all genuine cases of apport tend to be accidental and not the work of anyone. The sudden inexplicable appearance of fishes raining from the sky or objects which appear out of nowhere are not some magical trick caused by the wave of a wand or a fervent prayer. These events seemingly just happen. Keys moved. People moved. Yes, people. Dogs appearing from nowhere. Plants appearing from nowhere. Falls of stones. Falls of blood. If you go to the description for this video, you will find the link that takes you to the page on apporting on our website, allaboutheaven.org. And at the bottom of the page are numerous examples of it happening. But we also have some more examples in addition to those on the website, provided in the accompanying playlist. But first, let us turn to the website and point you to some key figures. Charles Fort. Perhaps the person who did most to collect cases of apporting and all sorts of anomalous behaviour was a man called Charles Fort. We have a guest video in the playlist providing a background on his life and the Fortean Society, which was founded by others to ensure his work continued after he died. Fort spent his entire life collecting and classifying anomalous events that were rejected by scientists because they could find no explanation for them. He amassed thousands and thousands of such events, and we have extracted a selection and put them on the website as observations. But we have grouped them for ease of reference. Practically all of them involve objects falling from above. Falling fabric, blood, jelly, manna, earth, discs, stones, ash, bricks, dead birds, dead fish, frogs, coke. Mathew Manning. Mathew Manning is both on our website, and a short video is also provided in the playlist. He was the focus of numerous anomalous events when he was young: apporting, poltergeist activity, and he was capable of automatic writing and automatic drawing. He is now a healer, and we have videos on his healing activity in the healing playlists. Sir William Crookes collected a very large number of observations on apports, and we have actually scanned the first-hand accounts of his experiments to provide the evidence. We have an entry for him on the site, but his credentials as a scientist were impeccable. He said, "My whole scientific education has been one long lesson in exactness of observation, and I wish it to be distinctly understood that my findings are the result of most careful investigation, but I cannot at present hazard even the most vague hypothesis as to the cause of the phenomenon." Robert Gambier Bolton. Robert Gambier Bolton, 24th of August 1854, died the 29th of July 1928, was an English anthropologist, naturalist, author, and photographer of subjects on natural history. He was a Fellow of the Royal Geographical Society, a Fellow of the Zoological Society, President of the Psychological Society, London, a lecturer before the Royal Society of London, and the author of A Book of Beasts and Birds, 1903. He was also the author of Psychic Force, an experimental investigation into a little-known power, 1904. and a key book with the snappy title of Ghosts in Solid Form, an experimental investigation of certain little-known phenomena, materializations, published in 1919. Few have even heard of him, but our website has numerous observations from him. Indridi Indradasan is both on the website with numerous observations covering a vast array of psychic power, and there is also a video covering his life and his many powers in the playlist. Additional playlist videos. Amir Amidan is a Brazilian physical medium known for the appearance near him of apports. And this film is an interview with Stanley Krippner about his findings. The final video, entitled 5 Real-Life Cases of Teleportation That Science Can't Explain, provides some rather stunning apports of people. The story of Mrs. Guppy. Max Freedom Long. The secret science behind miracles. A medium named Mrs. Guppy, who was a woman of wealth and note in the early days of spiritualism, gave a sitting with her friends for Henry W. Longfellow in Italy. At the sitting, a block of ice over a foot square was brought as an apport and dropped with a crash on the table. At a second sitting, while the famous poet was holding both the medium's hands, several oranges were apported. At still another sitting, in which the spirit spoke through the medium and asked what things were desired, the following items were apported: a banana, 2 oranges, a bunch of white grapes, a bunch of black grapes, a cluster of filberts, 3 walnuts, half a dozen damsons, a slice of candied pineapple, an onion, a peach, some almonds, 3 figs, 2 apples, 4 very large grapes, a potato, and several other objects. At still another sitting, there were apports of pots of scalding hot tea and sizzling pans of frying eggs. Mrs. Guppy herself was brought as an apport from her own home to that of a friend. The distance was over a mile, and Mrs. Guppy was very stout.